That's not Batman. Black Knight Returns is a bizarre movie. It was released straight to DVD in 2009 to all of the two people that brought it, produced in part by the fellas at Tomcat Films of Alice in Murderland fame. So we know exactly what this movie's trying to rip off. So we can expect dead rich parents who leave a massive amount of wealth behind to our main character to spend on gadgets, a Michael Caine and an awesome suit. Or not. And this is what evil supposedly fears. Well, if you say so. This is the Dark Knight Returns. Dark Knight Returns. Didn't make a bang. So we actually start this movie with credits that you expect to see at the end. Okay then. Ah yes, very good. A text crawl, because the test audience you showed it to had no fucking clue what was going on. So you had to put this in to make it seem like you knew what you were doing. Well, it didn't work. Sorry. Fuck me, movie. Scratching my arse while writing these exact lines has more contact than any of those punches. I don't know what's going on, but I do love how the woman just points the gun at the guy while he attacks the other one. So these two get to wherever they are, and then spot an answer machine that has a message. Then they forget to turn the mics on. Then this guy takes his mask off and smiles, so the couple hold hands as he pushes down on his clicky pen, and it explodes, turning this lady's face into flames and then into a building. So after whatever the fuck that was, we're joined with this dude at a shrine? Doorway? Either way, this scene is poorly shot.
Simon, there's no time to pay your respects now.
How's anyone out there meant to respect each other?
What do you see?
The world and everything I despise about it. All of it in flames.
Whoa, sorry dude, those edges are fucking lethal. We should go and listen to some Linkin Park and steal our dad's cigarettes. I actually do love Hybrid Theory era Linkin Park, just saying.
All I care about is revenge.
All I care about is what's with this shitty dialogue. So Simon gives his mum a smooch on the forehead, which for whatever reason gets the old bag horny and she tries to kiss him.
That's my big boy. Come on, do it for Mama.
Any ideas? Because I've watched this movie twice and I do not have a clue what's going on. So two guys pull outside this door and it's poorly shot. Movie, wait. Where the fuck did he come from?
For you! What we did for you!
This guy is really going for it. And even though it's pretty clear that that punch did not make any contact, the sheer amount of air displacement must have been able to knock him out. I mean, it is possible there. I did check the facts.
Josh, please, I think we're all clear that that's impossible. Get your fucking facts right, mate. The force generated by the airflow of a punch will only be equal to the drag force, and that's not even calculated.
You stop that! So under the incredibly loud music, our hero is frozen. This allows the bad guys to slash him with a sword. He shows off a little bit and then we can see the cameraman's shadow.
I mean, a vampire would be easier to catch.
You put wrapping paper on the walls? Why? And because nothing's explained or anything, I'm guessing the Black Knight that got killed last night was this guy's son, so he's looking for him?
Yes, sir.
Just like a Sunday.
We then get introduced to this guy who's in jail, I think, from the looks of those badly photoshopped bars, and I'm fairly sure that prison cells do not have power outlets. And he's dreaming of LARPing, I guess, and that scene went nowhere.
How long it takes to cover the ground.
What a horrible room!
Probably a lot longer if we still had the black.
Is that you, Jim fucking Sterling, son? No, it's Randall Malone, the guy from Amazing Bulk. So there's some talk about bioweapons, which they say will literally destroy the world.
A plague to end civilization as we know it.
I think she meant to say end civilization. Don't worry, love. Don't worry, you're doing a great job.
And someone else to head our army. Someone who could bring us real results instead of petty little victories.
Yeah, fuck you, Simon. We want someone who will actually get the job done, not just get the job done. Wait, what? And say it with me. That scene went, oh boy, what a lovely building. I know you guys love that one. Anyways, the old dude, who was in Weekend at Bernie's too, pays the guy who was in jail's bail.
You are an embarrassment. How you live with yourself
Is this what YouTube commenters actually look like? Anyways, the old guy wants to recruit the cheap knockoff Jake Gyllenhaal to the Order of the Black Knights. Evan then has a dream of him being a knight fighting flames. Who sets their alarm for 8:12 AM? And now, one of the more confusing parts of the movie. Yeah, more. Evan talks to this lady who works for a company that owns land in the city about an old factory. She isn't having any of it, so they arrange to go on a date instead, and this is the most awkward thing ever.
I do everything they can do, I just do it with breasts.
I like your teeth.
I want to turn them into jewellery.
No.
I hate to ruin this lovely moment, but isn't there a super bio weapon that's going to destroy the Earth? Ah, excellent timing. But its colour changed. Why this shot? And that scene went nowhere. Evan nearly has a sip of wine when he starts thinking about LARPing again. This is enough for the old man to finally recruit him into the Black Knights.
Do I get to wear a cool costume? You most certainly do. Cool costume.
But before that, during the training montage, my favourite scene happens.
When's the last time you stretched the muscles to the fullest?
It's been a long time.
And took a shot to the face?
Also long.
You're gonna have to work on your endurance to pain then.
So the old man wakes Evan up and they talk about his days as a Black Knight. And then he punches him again. No, he doesn't really. Evan then goes out with Alex on a date. He takes her back to his place and then this movie's most infamous scene happens.
Swasum? You liked it so much you made up your own word?
But it's not funny. And then they do the fuck. What was this movie about again? Something about bioweapons and terrorists? I'm just getting Birdemic vibes now. Oh shit, he's hacked the mainframe for the firewall by rerouting his ISP, IP, NAT, BBC, National Geographic and NWA. He's in, boys. The morning after, we get a boring conversation about buying a car. So the good guys have hacked the bad guys and something, and found out that the bioweapon is somewhere on site. So he gears up for a mission. Look at this. Straight away there's a problem with the mission and the team tell Evan to abort. And I'm not actually sure why, but when he gets back, the old man starts rubbing Evan. He then asks about his parents. So we get a flashback to the beginning of this movie. And look at some of these special effects. So we get the same shit we've already saw, basically building the stakes for the final mission, but this is the Dark Knight Returns, so there isn't any stakes. So the lab are still working on the weapon when the worst thing ever happens.
Who authorized these samples?
What? When the fuck did this turn into Looney Tunes? Simon has another meeting with the council saying that he wants to run the place now. His mom gives him shit for taking over, so he pulls a gun on her, and it's revealed that he's adopted. Evan then goes to see Alex. He starts accusing the company Alex works for being involved in criminal activities. This offends her beyond belief and she breaks up with him. So she goes to check anyway as an ambulance goes past.
Hey, Alex. Hey, what's up? I didn't find anything criminal.
Okay, enough of this shit, I'm bored. So Evan suits up and rings Alex's phone, but Simon answers. He's captured Alex because he found her snooping around the company's files, so Evan leaves to go and save Alex as the terrorists arm the bombs in tubes in the back of a car. Weapons that can apparently destroy the entire world rolling in the back of a fucking SUV. So Evan turns up to save Alex, and a really shitty fight ensues. It ends in the most dullest way possible. And then he saves her. And just as he thinks she's fine, she dies. For no reason. She complains she can't breathe, and then just fucking dies. We are then shown the two bad guys who are hackers, and they're being hacked themselves by the old guy outside, and then he gets shot to bits by some of the heavies. Such an undignified death for somebody who was in Weekends at Bernie's. 2. So the next day, I don't think it's supposed to be, but it is. The last assault begins. Beautiful. He gets so far, but then all of a sudden, and I'm quoting from the script here, gamma waves have caused Evan to be unable to move, so the hacker is going to hack the suit to emit electromagnetical waves so he can move again. The bad guys approach slowly with their guns drawn, and then they decide to switch to the swords, so Evan just fucking shoots them instead.
What's the status on the rockets?
No one's home.
What the fuck? So another boring, poorly shot and choreographed fight happens. I'm not sure he was even making contact when that noise played. It ends by the Black Knight breaking Simon's neck, then finishing him off Mortal Kombat style. Something about a letter and the parents, and I'll give up. So that was The Black Knight Returns. It wasn't very good. The camera work was horrible. The audio was nearly impossible to understand in a few scenes. The acting was either dull and boring or completely over the top. The story was there, but littered with pointless scenes that really took away from this movie's pacing. There was a few funny moments here and there, but for the most part this is a bland movie. That was The Black Knight Returns. Thank you guys for sticking around, and thank you for all the support. If you have any suggestions, drop them in the comments, and if I read them, I'll let everybody know who suggested, that film. Apart from that, my name is Josh. I don't have a sign off, so go away. And a train just went past as that. Go away, basically.